How are you today, my friend?
Pardon me.
So I want you to know how condescending and smartass and detaining and acknowledging that she did this explicitly because she knows who he is and he's a First Amendment auditor. This is freaking criminal what this woman is doing, and it's bullshit.
Good? Did it sound like one? What's up? I've never met you in person. I feel so honored.
What a smart ass little freaking B word.
Really?
Yeah.
Honored?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is great to
What's your name and badge number? What is the emergency and how can I help? Am I here about that matter?
meet you, dude.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have you hang out here.
What?
You're being detained right now.
For what?
Aside from your willingness to use violence, what facts or evidence are you relying on to prove your opinion that the law applies to me is true?
For disorderly conduct.
Disorderly conduct?
Yes,
really?
sir. Yeah.
Disorderly conduct?
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Body can running?
Absolutely.
Way to go, Otto. This sucks. See, this is the problem. These First Amendment auditors stick it out there and get in these cops' face and cause them to do stupid shit. And they may win a suit and he may get a little money out of this, but he still has to be violated and searched and have his property taken and handcuffed and taken to jail and exposed to the nasty back seat of this freaking woman that probably doesn't even clean her own damn toilet. And, whatever. This woman is despicable. She is the epitome of nasty female cops that get in because they want to prove how tough they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm being detained for disorderly conduct. What disorderly conduct?
The inappropriate gesture that you made over here.
Oh, the inappropriate gesture that I made over here?
It offended the gentleman that was walking outside.
See, she's not even saying it offended her. She's saying it offended him because she detained him and forced him and coerced him into saying, wait till you see this guy's statement that he gives her.
Oh.
You can't do that to other people, you know what I mean?
Okay. What about those gang symbols that you flashed at me as
I-
well?
I don't know where he's going with these gang symbols, but she doesn't know either, but I don't know where he's going. I wish he would explain that.
I don't know any gang symbols.
You don't know any gang symbols?
No, sir, I don't.
So I'm being
Maybe he's talking about like the police patch or the car or the lights. I don't know.
detained right now for disorderly conduct.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are you going to do about it?
Well,
Dude, you go, boy. What are you going to do about it? I'm surprised she didn't freak out, draw her fucking gun, and say he threatened me and I felt in safety of my life. I thought he was going to stick me in the eye with his lit cigarette. Therefore, for officer safety, I shot him 4 times. And then they would clear her, saying, well, she's a woman and she was scared and he was a big dude. And he did say, what are you going to do about it? So that could have been a threat. That's what would have happened. You know what? I'm going to give this girl tips. Just go around shooting people, little sweetheart. You'll get away with it. Flash your little blonde hair, bat your little eyes, show your little shitty fingernail painted, whatever the hell color battleship gray shit you
I'm
painted.
gonna wait for another officer to get here
Okay.
first, for my safety.
For your safety?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
And then I have to go talk to him again.
Uh-huh.
So, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Sound good?
No, it doesn't sound good.
You go, boy.
How will that help me? Officer, for your and my safety, please stay where you are and call your supervisor.
Okay, so I want to give you First Amendment auditors a tip. He's not being threatened. He's got his hand in his pocket. She's not threatened. She's not telling him, put out your cigarette, you're making me nervous, do any of that. She's not doing any of that. Now, in a minute, she's going to handcuff him and search him, but she's going to say it's incident to arrest because she's got to put him in her car. But, I mean, she could have, if you put your hands in your pocket around cops, you take the risk of them saying, what do you reach for? Don't reach in there. Do you have a gun? Drawing a gun, proning you out, and they can escalate. So you need to be aware of that.
Thought I'd ask.
So you know who I am, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to detain me for disorderly conduct.
Yeah.
For what?
For the obscene gesture that you did
The
over here on
obscene
the curb.
gesture. Do you know the definition of obscene?
Aside from your willingness to use violence, what facts or evidence are you relying on to prove your opinion that the law applies to me is true?
Please tell me.
See, anytime a cop starts having you explain, that's not good. They're getting you to talk. So Otto kind of fall into this because he says, I don't answer questions, but she's getting him to talk and say things. And that's how they'll trick you up. Don't talk to the freaking cops. Keep your mouth shut. I mean, some of the things he's asking, why not being detained, I get it. You want to get that on the record, that she's full of shit. But now he's going to start giving definitions, and she's going to play the, well, I'm not sure, and I don't know. And again, once they get you talking a little bit, you'll end up saying something that you probably shouldn't say.
It's a ultimate graphic depiction of ultimate sexual. You think? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Alright, if that's what Webster says, then that's what Black's Law Dictionary says. Have you ever...
Black's Law Dictionary is a standard law dictionary that you go for legal terms. So a lot of people use it. If you look up Black's Law, you'll get a lot of definitions. This girl acts like she's never heard of it. See, when you're a tyrannical little C word, you get to just run around. You don't have to know the law. You can arrest people unlawfully, and the DA will just dismiss it. And then you'll get promoted because you're a cute little blonde with your little hair that runs around and plays victims and then calls for males to come back you up so you can make these violent arrests on criminals and keep the community safe. See, she's going to go home and say, man, I arrested this guy. He was a danger to the community, and I took him into custody all by myself after I called the sergeant to back me up because I'm a little freaking scared pink panty pussy.
Black's who? Black's Law Dictionary? Black's Law. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
Welcome back to We the People University. Right. Okay, I'm going to jump past it. You can watch it.
42.01.
So here goes the definition of it. Makes an offensive gesture displayed in public place, and the gesture and display tends to incite an immediate breach of peace. There was no immediate breach of peace. There's no way to misinterpret this section, 4201, Texas Penal Code, that there was an immediate breach of peace. Okay? So she just doesn't know the law. Even if she knows it, she doesn't care. She can't be sued. The city will pay a settlement for her incompetence, and she gets to run around and get promoted and tell everybody what a great cop she is. Man, I just can't freaking wait to read where she messes with the wrong guy and ends up on the freaking wrong end of the stick. And people will be like, oh, she was a good officer, and she kept the public safe. And I hope they play this at her, whatever, freaking little.
Disordered knowingly, which had it wrong. Encourage or stir up violent or unlawful behavior.
Didn't do that at all. It's total
Did you
bullshit.
get a degree in criminal law? No. No, I never, I didn't go to school.
Actually, I believe you didn't go to school. Because you got away with your little blonde hair, playing the victim, crying, and having men carry your load, just like that sergeant had to come and protect you while you could make a big violent felony arrest on this big bad criminal that was out there endangering people. You should work at Uvalde Police Department so you can hide outside the building while kids are getting killed. Because you're lower than them, you little... Oh, what a freaking piece of shit officer.
What's your name? My name's Lane. Lane? Yeah. It's not
Officer Lane or Lane? I couldn't make it out. Lane, you are a freaking...
me. I'm glad this is on video, dude. I feel honored.
What a freaking sarcastic... This is so personal and so inciting and so derogatory on how she's treating a guy she has no reason to detain, didn't commit a crime. The DA says he didn't commit a crime. The DA dismissed it, and she gets promoted. Yeah, you idiots should give up your guns, and you idiots should support the blue line. Rick, this isolated in, it's not all cops are like that. You're full of shit.
Oh, good. Yeah. It's very good to meet you. Right, so I've heard good things. So you're detaining me for disorderly conduct for... Yeah, you're detained right now. For an obscene gesture? Yes, sir. I'll take that one.
So he field strips. In the military, they call this field stripping a cigarette. You put the ashes on the ground so you don't litter. You stomp the ashes out so it doesn't start a fire, and then you put the butt in your pocket. Because he knew that she was looking for something. That was a smart move. If he'd have thrown that on the ground, she'd have wrote him for littering.
Okay.
I mean, technically, I think she could have wrote him for littering anyway for even dropping the flaming substance on the ground. But she probably doesn't know that because she's an idiot. She never went to school. And nobody's ever told her how to do that. Maybe one of you male officers, if there's any male officers in Rockwell, maybe you just all wear pink panties. Maybe y'all could tell her the law.
Put that much. Did you say Terry or Sherry? I don't know what you just said. I said my aim is to find good cops and report good cops doing good deeds. Oh, well, thank you. I feel honored again.
So now she's being sarcastic to the other person that's videotaping her. What a condescending...
Okay, I'll deal with this one. Okay, so I'm gonna detain you right now, okay?
Now this is when the sergeant shows up. She didn't do that till the sergeant showed up. Remember? Because she's scared. Because her little pink panties weren't on. He flipped her off. It was a big crime. You know, Rockwell has so much freaking crime that you have officers getting promoted because they run around and arrest a guy that flips them off. Disgusting. All you city officials in Rockwell that allow this officer to get promoted, and this is what she does, you're just as guilty as her. For evil to exist, all it takes is good people to do nothing. You're all pathetic. And she's a representative of each and every one of you. And if you're proud of that fact, you're disgusting to call yourself a Texan.
Relax.
There's that shitty freaking paint job. Who does your nails, one? Did you paint those with a freaking toothbrush? Look at that paint job. And the color sucks.
Okay, you don't have any weapons on you, do you? Okay.
So I get to violate you. I get to put my hands all over you. You can't say no. I put you in handcuffs. I'm going to transport you. I'm going to screw up your day. I'm going to book you in jail. They're going to photograph you. They're going to fingerprint you. You're going to have a record for the rest of your life. Permanent record for the rest of your life. Because she got her feelings hurt. And she gets to ignore the law. And has no accountability. Yeah, we should really support the blue line. Yeah, those officers have a tough job, Rick. I don't know why you were a cop for so long and you don't like cops. Yeah, this is why. Okay? Is it clear? If you support this freaking woman and anything she's doing, well, you're an idiot too. How about that? Rick, I'm gonna unsubscribe. You call me an idiot. Well, I don't want idiots subscribe. So unsubscribe, you freaking little crybaby.
Alright, I'm gonna be hanging out with my sergeant right here, so you can go ahead and lean against the buffer.
Notice she's pushing him around. She's not asking. She's pushing, exerting force. He's not resisting. He's in handcuffs. But she has to feel that power. Man, she's tough. Wow, she's gonna go home and get her little vibrator out and feel how tough she was today.
My car. Just like that. Appreciate it. 1 second, Sarge. I'll be right back.
So here's where she begs for her statement. Detain this guy. This guy just wanted to go get gas and get a churro and leave, and he can't even do that because she exerted her police powers to detain him, to support her unlawful acts. Rockwell, the DA, for not charging her and holding her accountable, should be ashamed of yourself. So don't just call the PD if you're going to call. You call the DA's office and ask why isn't she being charged.
I'm terribly sorry to keep you here.
She's not sorry. Look at her. Oh, Rick, she is sorry. Look how cute she is. She's got her cute little blonde hair in a bun, Rick. Why do you not like women? Why do you not like cops, Rick? Why are you... Shut up. She's despicable.
I'm bothered about this. Would you mind filling out a brief statement for me saying what you saw?
People,
Am I here to testify? Am I under arrest? Am I being detained? Am I free to go? I believe I am in a custodial arrest because I am not free to go. If I give you anything, will you use it to further a legal charge against me? How will that help me?
do not fill out statements for cops. Don't talk to cops. If you're not detained for a crime, stay away from cops. When this guy fills out a statement, he is now a witness. He gets subpoenaed. He's going to miss work. He's going to be forced to go to court under order of subpoena. It may go to court 5 or 6 times because somebody can't show up. There'll be hearings, suppression hearings. There may be other issues with this. You do not become a witness for the government unless you want to give the government the ability to screw you over, make you miss work, totally make you get babysitters, ruin your day. You have to plan your vacation and everything around court schedules that you have no control over. Don't cooperate or talk to these tyrannical cops.
Pardon me. What's your name and badge number? What is the emergency and how can I help? Am I here about that matter? Am I here to testify? Am I under arrest? Am I being detained? Am I free to go? I believe I am in a custodial arrest because I am not free to go. If I give you anything, will you use it to further a legal charge against me? Aside from your willingness to use violence, what facts or evidence are you relying on to prove your opinion that the law applies to me is true? Officer, for your and my safety, please stay where you are and call your supervisor. How will that help me? Pardon me. What's your name and badge number? What is the emergency and how can I help? Am I here about that matter? Am I here to testify? Am I under arrest? Am I being detained? Am I free to go? I believe I am in a custodial arrest because I am not free to go. If I give you anything, will you use it to further a legal charge against me? Aside from your willingness to use violence, what facts or evidence are you relying on to prove your opinion that the law applies to me is true? Officer, for your and my safety, please stay where you are and call your supervisor. How will that help me? Pardon me. What's your name and badge number? What is the emergency and how can I help? Am I here about that matter? Am I here to testify? Am I under arrest? Am I being detained? Am I free to go? I believe I am in a custodial arrest because I am not free to go. If I give you anything, will you use it to further a legal charge against me? Aside from your willingness to use violence, what facts or evidence are you relying on to prove your opinion that the law applies to me is true? Officer, for your and my safety, please stay where you are and call your supervisor.